I'm Peggy Schlechter. I'm a Tastefully Simple consultant and I live in Rapid City, South Dakota. Today I am going to show you how to get sausage and potato soup ready to toss in your freezer, so when you're ready for a nice warm hearty soup, you've got one that tastes homemade and it can be ready at any time. So you're probably familiar with our Perfectly Potato Cheddar Soup. It's a phenomenal soup that you can use by just adding water. But one of the things I really like about our Perfectly Potato Cheddar Soup is that you can use it as a base for so many other things. I think you'll really like the sausage and potato soup recipe. So when I get started to put something together to put in the freezer, I do take a freezer bag and I label it with the name of the item so that I remember, because usually I do multiple meals at a time. And so this is labeled sausage and potato soup, and I put today's date on it so I would know when I made that. And I'm going to assemble everything in a bag so that when I take it out of the freezer, I've got whatever I need. So the first thing I am going to do is I'm going to take a quart-sized freezer bag. This is a gallon-sized freezer bag that I labeled. I'm going to take a quart-sized bag and I'm going to stand it up in the mixing bowl so that I have a little help holding it up as I'm pouring some things into here. So I am going to take our packet of our Perfectly Potato Cheddar Soup mix and I'm going to pour it into this quart-sized bag. And then along with that, I am going to take a tablespoon of our Wahoo chili and put that in here. Now remember, our lids for our seasonings equal 2 tablespoons. So 1 tablespoon is about half a lid. Well, I really love the Wahoo chili, so I'm going to show you I've got a little bit more than a lid full, so you can do that too. And I'm going to put that in here and just kind of mix it up a little bit. However, when I make it later, I'll be adding water to it, and so I don't really have to mix it up too much at this point. Squeeze as much air out of it as I can, because really when you freeze food, air is the enemy. So you do want to squeeze as much air out as you can. So I've got that bag ready. Now another item that this sausage and potato soup calls for is kielbasa sausage. And so you want 13 to 16 ounce package of sausage and you want it sliced. So I am just going to slice it up here very, very quickly. And you will see that you don't have to have even slices. The sausage itself smells so good. I can already imagine what this soup may possibly taste like. So we're gonna get this all sliced up, and we're almost done with that now. And so what we're doing is we're assembling the soup, pretty much all of the ingredients we need for the soup except for the water when we make it right now. So there, I've got that all sliced up, and I'm going to do the same thing with that. I've got another freezer quart bag, and I am just going to put the sliced kielbasa sausage into this quart bag. This, you may be familiar with another very popular soup that we have, our famous creamy wild rice soup. And that is a soup that also is a great base for many other things, but just making it with water is phenomenal. So I've got my sausage here. I've got it sliced up. I'm going to squish air out of it as much as I can. You'll notice I didn't use the zipper bags. I seem to have more problems with those zippers coming apart and air getting to my food, so I try not to use those. So I now have potato soup and Wahoo chili. I am going to put this in the bag that is labeled. I am going to add my sausage and put it in the bag. And then this recipe also calls for chopped kale. And many times I like to add the chopped kale fresh as I'm cooking, but sometimes I forget to pick it up at the grocery store too. So I actually purchased some chopped kale in a freezer bag, and I am just going to put it in here too. That way I absolutely have everything I need to make this soup. So now, when I'm ready to make this soup, I can go ahead, put my package that has the soup and the Wahoo chili, whisk that in with some water. Once I get that whisked in, I am going to stir in the sausage and the kale. I'll bring it to a simmer and reduce heat to low and cover for 30 to 35 minutes, stirring occasionally. I can also make it in a slow cooker. So if you prefer to do it in a slow cooker, you can do that as well. So there I have it, sausage and potato soup, easy as pie. There is a reason that we are called Tastefully Simple. So let me know if you want some more soup recipes, and I hope you enjoy the other recipes you get to make with Tastefully Simple.